What happened to AOTR? It was at a highest point of about 40,000 players, and now it's declining as low as much as around 6,000, even around 5,000 players. So what exactly happened to the game that made the game have such a big downfall? We're gonna be going over the timelines ever since their first official release all the way up until the concurrent present right now, just to see exactly what has happened. Ever since the release of Attack on Titan Revolution, this game was viewed as one of the best Attack on Titan games ever on Roblox in general. Everything went well with the first official release of Attack on Titan Revolution. Everything looked amazing, the HUD looked awesome, the gameplay was very immaculate, like there was so much things you could do, like the gameplay was just super good. And even the sound effects were pretty amazing itself as well. And I would likely say this was probably one of the best Attack on Titan games of all time on Roblox itself, at least in my opinion. The content in the game looked promising, there were so much new things to do, and there were so much upcoming things as well coming to Attack on Titan Revolution. So what exactly happened to Attack on Titan Revolution to make it have a big downfall? And ever since the first official release of the game, there were so much new players coming into the game just to experience how AOTR was. And it was pretty promising. You know, everyone was low level, everyone was, doing their own things, and this was when attack serum was only achievable through missions. So there was a lot of new things to do, there was a lot of new content to farm, and everybody wanted attack serum, right? Of course, since the game was still pretty brand new, there was a lot of content to farm. There was perks, there was your levels, there was prestige, and there was so much more other things to do. This was back then when Attack on Titan Revolution was, still live, and it was still managing to have its concurrent players, which was a good thing. This was around the time when I was actually playing Attack on Titan Revolution myself, and I could say so myself, it was a very fun game. I was super addicted to it. I was non-stop grinding this game so hard because I was trying to get the attack serum. And I can tell you, my time during the official release, it was one of the best games I've played. This was when we also got promised that we were going to be getting bi-weekly updates towards the game, and I was like, damn, this game is actually going to have, a lot of potential, which made me start farming a lot of Attack on Titan Revolution videos. As if you guys can see, my highest video on my YouTube channel is the 24-hour challenge on Attack on Titan Revolution, which was around the time where I had the most fun. There was a lot of things to do, and I just wanted to play my heart out with it. So far, Attack on Titan Revolution looks fine, right? Until we get into the month of June. And then we got hit with the Update 1 release, which was around June 22nd. And there was a whole lot of content coming up with Update 1. And it actually didn't even take that long to actually come up with Update 1. It only took them around like a month or so. If anything, a little bit less. Update 1 was released on June 22nd, which gave us a lot of new things like a whole bunch of new items. They also came up with this new mechanic called raids. We also got our first introduction onto mythical perks, and as well as a whole bunch of different artifacts. So what did this update do exactly? Well, obviously provided us, the players, to actually have more content to actually grind on the game itself. They brought out new achievements so we could actually have a higher chance of obtaining Shiki ourselves. But with the official release of Update 1, there was also a lot of bugs and as well as a lot of glitches coming with this update as well. But that was the least of our worries. Since we got hit with a whole bunch of new content to farm, we obviously were just so focused on raids because we were trying to get attack serum, obviously. And as well as, the other mythical perks and as well as the other mythical artifacts. And ever since after the release of Update 1, the game started to decline. And it was obviously due to the fact that they just weren't updating their game as they promised to. The developers promised that they were going to be updating the game bi-weekly, of course, which ended up churning from the next week to the next week, into months and into months. So throughout the whole entire update from June 22nd onto July, we had nothing to do on Attack on Titan Revolution. There was no new content to farm. It was only just raids, and everybody was just trying to get attack serum at this point. But we had so much time, and there was not a lot of new content to where probably a lot of people already got attack serum themselves, because that was the only thing you could do in the game. There was the only content you could do, and there was nothing else you could do, which made the player count go lower and lower, as you can see. And I'm pretty sure around July to August, this is when Attack on Titan Revolution also got hit with a very big copyright strike from the official people themselves, Kardashian. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I think they had to give about 50% they earned from Attack on Titan Revolution over to Kardashian. but I might be wrong. I'm not sure, but that's just what I've heard. And prior to this copyright strike, there was also the Attack on Titan Revolution drama happening on with some of their staff and developers with content creators. And this is when they started getting hit with a whole bunch of allegations, and yeah, it wasn't looking good for Attack on Titan Revolution. So pretty much the whole entire month of July and August, there was pretty much no new content, except the developers just constantly just keep on delaying the deadlines. So yeah, as the build up to Attack on Titan Revolution, ever since update 1, the game has pretty much been declining. And some of the main reasons why is that, you know, they got copyright striked, the devs got lazier, and some of the devs got fired as well, and they had to rehire some new devs as well. The update 2 is taking way too long. Like, it's been about 3 months ever since the official release of update 1, and it's just kind of crazy to see. It's been 3 months, no update, which is crazy to me. The developer's gonna keep the promise of, you know, trying to update the game bi-weekly. It got so bad to the point where, since the update wasn't even coming out, that the developers themselves had to lock their text channels. Yes, it got that bad, guys. People started flaming on them due to the fact that update 2 wasn't releasing. They kept on extending deadlines, which is not a good thing, since it made us, the players, wait, like just expecting for an update to be coming out this next weekend like they promised they always would, but it would just keep on getting delayed. There was pretty much no content to this game, and that's the reason why this game is dying. Like, even if you check the videos AOTR YouTubers are posting, it's all about update 2 release, why it's not coming out, and yeah. And that pretty much happened throughout the whole entire month of August. It was pretty much just us waiting for the whole entire 3 months, just waiting for the update to come out, which it never did. The whole game was pretty much dry August, same thing with July, and now we are on September now, and obviously we have not been hit with anything else. And this is one of the main reasons why I haven't been uploading AOTR videos, mainly due to the fact that there's nothing to record on here. And I've been waiting for update 2 to come out, but it just never did, so there's no content. But as of right now, I just can't find it because this game is just so dead. It's sad to see how this game I thought had so much potential just completely come down and have a big downfall, which is unfortunate, you know, but I still believe the update 2 is going to release out. And if it does release out, I don't think it's going to bring back majority of the players. It might bring back probably 25, maybe 50% of the players, but it's not going to be back to how it was. It's just going to leave a lot more people guessing for when the next update is going to come out. And the next update that's going to come out doesn't even have no new shifter. It doesn't even have the armor tie-in. It's just Thunder Spears and new missions, which I don't know why it took 3 months, but yeah. And it's still ongoing. We don't have a confirmed release date and all that stuff. So yeah, I still haven't given up on this game because I still believe that it is going to come back. And I know that developing games and all that stuff is very, very hard. So as of right now, the game does not look as promising, but maybe in the future updates it will. So who knows? This game had a lot of potential, and they still do. They still have a lot of updates that they still haven't even released yet that, you know, could probably bring all the players back, but they just gotta get their work in. Like, that's all they gotta do. They just gotta lock in. But who knows? Maybe we just need to give them more time. But I don't know. 3 months has been passed by, and I don't know. So let me know in the comments down below how you guys think. Yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video, and you know, my explanation of why Attack on Titan Revolution is having a big downfall. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. See you guys.